Top most affordable and comfortable places to live in the world. The sky-touching inflation around the world has affected the lifestyle of many people. While some decided to bargain their way of life, others chose to move out of their native country in search of a low cost of living, better quality of life, or more work opportunities. In today's video, we will mention some of the most affordable countries where you can move in as an expat or a nomad and have a comfortable lifestyle. But before we start, make sure to subscribe to our channel to hear more from us. Vietnam. After being a battlefield for a decade, Vietnam developed into a modern country in no time. Today it's safe, convenient, and extremely affordable. If you're tired of the hectic pace of crowded cities, this country is calling out your name. The unspoiled beaches, warm weather, and excellent level of service are there to take your stress away. If you're a freelancer or have a fully remote job, then there are no ifs and buts to moving into this country for adventurous living. In addition to that, you'll have enough varieties of vegetables, exotic fruits, and seafood to devour. And whether dined out or cooked at home, the food will come easy on your wallet. If you love to cook, 3 meals a day will hardly cost around $1 per person. And if you don't like standing by the stove, local restaurants will cost you around $2 per meal. For around $200 a month, you can get a small apartment in a peaceful neighborhood with all the amenities. If you want comfortable lounging near the beach, the accommodation will then cost you more, around $300 to $400 a month. The only thing you need to keep in mind is that the tap water is not healthy for your stomach. You can only rely on tap water for bathing and washing clothes. Even for brushing teeth, buy bottled water from the store, and while you do that, make sure that the cap is intact. Thailand. After a pause on the borders, Thailand is open again for tourists and digital nomadians. If you've never been to Thailand before, there's so much to talk to you about. For starters, the people there are friendly and welcoming. You will make some amazing friends in no time. Secondly, Thai street food is so good and cheap that you'll never bother to cook anything. In $2, you'll find a nutritious meal. Also, you'll get to experience the rich culture and diverse landscapes. If you're a city person who loves great food and nightlife, it's hard to recommend any city other than Bangkok for the most value. It's one of those cities where you can enjoy the Los Angeles vibes for a quarter of the price. Philippines. The Philippines, an archipelago with over 7,000 islands, is a paradise for those looking for an adventurous lifestyle. If turquoise water, golden sand, and birds singing in tropical forests appeals to you, then head straight to one of the Philippines islands. As a tourist, yes, but it's even better if you go there for a longer stay. Life on these islands is extremely cheap. With a monthly budget of $600, you can live comfortably, find a nice local market, learn the local language a bit to leverage it for bargaining, and don't rely on supermarkets. Follow these tips, your monthly grocery bill will not exceed the $150 mark, unless you decide to eat out every meal. We won't blame you for that, as the local cuisines there are very tempting. As for the accommodation, it's very inexpensive, depending on your lifestyle. A bamboo hut on an island will cost around $100 a month. However, it won't have any furnishings or even running water, but you'll have the ocean right outside your window. If you move one level up, a fully furnished wooden house will cost you around $400 to $500 a month. Albania. If you're a US citizen looking to move out, Albania is a perfect place for you to live. It's cheap, beautiful, and has one of the most lenient visa situations in the world for Americans. You can basically waltz in and rent an apartment for a year without needing to apply for residency. From rugged mountains with great hiking opportunities to a vast coastline with stunning beaches, Albania is one of the cheapest European countries to live in. You can live by a beach where you can go swimming in the summer and trekking in winter. The accommodations won't cost you much. A nice apartment with a view of the capital of Tirana will just come for $250 to $600 per month. For a budget of $1,000 a month, you can comfortably live by it. Or live luxuriously for less than $2,000 all in. Bulgaria. For a monthly budget of $1,500, Bulgaria is your go-to destination. With a population of 7 million, it has stunning green mountains, pretty lakes, beautiful hot springs, and an extensive coastline along the Black Sea. It's a perfect place for living a comfortable life, that too for low cost. From food to accommodation, everything will seem cheaper if you're coming from a world-first country. For under $500 a month, you can rent a 2-bedroom apartment near the center of the busiest city in the country and a multicultural hub of professionals, Sofia. If you're looking for cheaper accommodation, head out of Sofia to Bulgaria's second largest city, Plovdiv. Thanks to its vast range of suitable cafes and co-working spaces, it has become an attraction for digital nomads. However, the current situation in Bulgaria is dire, but so far, it's a safe country with a stable democracy. On top of that, it's a member of the European Union and NATO. Romania. Since it just started offering nomad visas, you will only find Romania on the lists of a few location-independent workers. But no matter what others think, Romania is one of the best European countries for nomads. There are beautiful towns in Transylvania with quiet and peaceful cafes, topped with some of the fastest internet speeds in the world, making it an excellent spot for remote workers. In addition to that, you can spend around $500 a month on accommodation. The food is plentiful and reasonably priced, and intercity traveling is inexpensive. So for a single person, $1,000 a month is more than enough. And a couple can spend $2,000 a month and have a very high standard of living. Morocco. Next, Morocco, probably the only African country on the list today. Morocco has an amazing infrastructure that makes intercity traveling efficient and cheap. But even more, it's a country with beaches, deserts, ancient architecture, and culture worth experiencing. Living as an expat or nomad in Morocco will give you a cultural shock in the start, but once you've settled, you'll find yourself in one of the cheapest and most comfortable parts of Africa. A couple can comfortably live here on a modest income, as the rent for a 2-bedroom apartment averages around $250 to $750 per month. The food is also cheap. Seasonal fruits and vegetables are around $1 a kilo, and a basic meal from a local restaurant will cost you less than $4. Peru. Peru is home to hummingbirds, penguins, and to the largest bird in the world, the condor. But that's okay if you're not a bird person. There are more reasons to travel to Peru, like surfing, diving, skiing, trekking, and traveling through ancient Inca cities. You can do all the activities while living comfortably in an apartment for $400 a month. If you want to cut more costs, you can live in a shared hostel and split the rent. If you're looking for even more low-cost accommodation, then head outside of the city districts, where you'll have to pay $100 a month for a fairly single-dorm bedroom apartment. The food is also cheap. The average cost for dining in a local restaurant is $2 per person, but a more touristy restaurant can cost you around $15 per meal. Also, just like accommodation, if you move to rural regions of the country, you'll be spending just $1 a day on meals. Ecuador. Thanks to the cheap cost of living and great medical care available, Ecuador has now become a homeland for retirees and those on a fixed income. With a low income requirement that you can meet just with social security payments alone, the country offers so much to those living here. From lush green hills and fertile landscapes to warm beaches, from small village life to big city conveniences, you can choose whatever lifestyle you want. Although the country is safe for the most part, be extra careful in big cities like Cuenca and Quito. If you're flexible enough to remotely work from any part of the world, we suggest you move abroad and consider the places we discussed. While meeting new people, you'll get to spend more money and live excitingly. With that said, we hope you find this video helpful. If you did, then make sure to like it and subscribe to our channel if you haven't for more informative videos.